When I was 10 years old, I remember being in that dark basement and just sprinting, bounding up the steps because of fear. See, fear has a way to grip us. What is something that you've been significantly afraid of in your life? Maybe as a kid, as something under your bed or whatever. I grew up in the Midwest, and we had tornadoes. But not just like once in a lifetime a tornado would come through. There was a tornado season. And what would happen when the sirens would go off is everybody in the neighborhood around wherever you lived, they would go to their basement. Most homes have a basement there, but not the bougie kind of basements, big TVs and, basically like a living room, pool table, like all that. So you've probably seen some of those basements. Not that kind of basement. Not a man cave. A cave. Like there's a light for some reason. Whoever built the house decided to put that in the middle of the house instead of, by the steps. I don't know. And there's a string on it and you pull that and there's concrete floors and cinder block walls, and think Home Alone with the furnace down there that's, talking to you. It was scary, especially for a 10-year-old. And then you go down there for a tornado, which is already scary to be up there. It's scary to be down here. And I'd be down there with my cousin. Cousins weren't designed for comfort. I'll just let you know that. We'd mess with each other. And the problem with our basement was there was no bathroom. Inevitably, one of us would have to go to the bathroom. So that meant we had to go up the steps. The problem with the steps, there was a gap between the steps and there was no back that blocked it. And so, the monster could reach right through there and grab your foot. And so we invented CrossFit. We would, triple jump up the step, bounding past 3 and 4 steps, the biggest steps you can imagine a 10-year-old taking. Why? Fear. It's irrational to think there was a monster there and that only grabbed my foot if I touched a step. But aren't a lot of fears irrational? Fear is universal, and most fear is irrational. Whether it's in a basement as a 10-year-old, or it's a 40-year-old in a boardroom, or it's a scary movie, or it's your email, or it's some terrible thing you think might happen, or a difficult conversation you need to have. Fears oftentimes are the very things that hold us back. But if you're a follower of Jesus, you know that 1 Timothy, we're told we weren't given a spirit of fear and timidity, but power and strength and self-control. What would it look like for you to walk in the spirit that you've been given by Christ and to move from building a life that's all about success and trying to make sure you stay in that zone of safety, and you actually took bold risks, dared for God, and your life moved from success to significance? If you're interested in some action steps for that, why don't you put in the DM basement or your basement monster? You can put in there, and I'll send you a guide that gives you some direct steps of how to walk in a spirit of power, of love, of self-control. It's time to deal with some of those irrational fears that many of us have. I want you to be unleashed and on mission for God. If you're interested in that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this channel. It's a newer channel with other people if you think they'd be blessed by it, and put in the comments basement monster, and I will send you a guide to help you walk out of fear and into courage.